We are back with Severance, episode 7. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Look,
dude, isn't this is right? Yes or no? Is Severance the best series of 2022 so far?
yes,
I think so too. It's really good.
100%. Dude, they just how do you every single week how do you keep putting out better episodes than the last one and being so great? It's it's so mind-boggling to me because look, we talked about how every single episode has been great so far, and episode 7 just blew my mind at the end. It was so shocking when that reveal happened. Maybe not for everyone, because I think a bit of that or part of that, reveal was spoiled on Reddit a few days ago, a few weeks ago, or something. And thankfully, I didn't know about it, so that was very surprising to me. And yeah, dude, like the whole episode was just so amazing, and it all built up to that reveal, which actually, paid off so many setups, which we didn't even know were setups. And going back, in previous episodes and watching some scenes, now you will understand why those scenes happened because of this reveal, and you'll be, even more mind blown. So I'm definitely going to one of the things that I'm going to do is definitely watching the season 1 after it ends again. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, overall the episode was really good. We still have 2 more episodes to go. I'm really, really curious to see where this goes. I really, really hope that they stick the landing, because this has been one of the best shows I've ever seen, and the best show definitely for this year. And just the finale has to be good. Just be good. Don't even be, disappointing or satisfactory or even great or exceptional. Just be good. Please, just be good.
Yeah, it's interesting because we have these innies and outies of the characters, the work version and the home version, and I think only like is I think Mark is the only character that we've followed outside into the real world who's been severanced. I know we've had PD and stuff like that, but he's not in it anymore. So like there's Irving, there's Helly, there's the other guy that works in the office. Like we don't know anything about their personal lives. We haven't followed them like too closely or anything. But the show has given them character development in 7 episodes with these characters that were basically kind of born within this world. So it's very well made. It's very meticulated. And I think Ben Stiller directed this episode, and he's fantastic. But yeah, that twist at the end, we knew it was going to be somebody, but I actually wasn't expecting it to be that character. And as you said, if you go back and watch the previous episodes, how that character interacts with other characters, you can pick up some things there. But it's very like Christopher Walken's character and John Turturro's character. You could tell the second those characters were on screen together earlier this season that they had a previous history, and it looks like they do. So I wonder what is the story with those characters in the real world and the outer world. So yeah, and then we have there's some kind of there's some kind of group that's trying to wake up the severance people as well, and PD was involved with them, so that's going to develop more now. Mark is involved with them, and he had the passcode key that he gave to himself. He put it into his pocket, and then his INI version found it. So we kind of have. I'm sure there's some kind of mythological story or some kind of book or something or something. There's something to read on where yeah, a group of characters found themselves in a situation and they tried to get out of it from the inside or take it down from the inside. Because at the end of the episode, John Turturro's character basically says, and this guy has always followed the rules. He's always been kind of, this is the way. Says like let's burn this place to the ground. So you have those 4 characters who are now coming together with the intention to get out of here for one, but also take down Lumen Industries. And the other character, I forget his name, the guy with the glasses. He has found out that he has kids on the outside in the real world, and this has
Yeah.
messed him up. And he's like, "Well, I have kids. What? I'll never get to see them." but he does get to see them every day he leaves work. But that's the thing. It's the same character, it's the same person, but it's two different personalities every single time.
Yeah.
And they have two different versions of feelings and thoughts and how they want to live their life. And that's very interesting and also scary because, as we said before, the Innie version, when the day ends, 5 o'clock, their work day ends, they get into the elevator closes, then it opens right back up, and they start work again for another day. They don't get to experience relaxation or love or downtime or eating dinner. They don't get to experience any of that whatsoever, and that's kind of scary. I know they do experience it, but that version of themselves doesn't. And yeah, I think it's just fantastic. It really is. And then there's also this mystery of the board members, sorry, where we're never showing them. But Patricia Arquette's character is always in contact with them, and she's kind of scared of them. But then in this episode, it looked like that they're also kind of scared of her because she's very good at her job, and she kind of lays down the law with them, saying, "Yeah, I'll sort this out. I'll fix it all." So yeah, it's and also her character's weird as well because she's not Severance, but she's paying so close attention to Mark on the outside. Like, who is she to Mark? Like, why is she so fascinated to Mark? And then there was a scene as well with Mark's sister who was just giving birth, and also Patricia Arquette's character is a nurse on the outside. She's a totally different person, and she's helping with the baby. And Mark's sister says, "Yeah, I met this woman at the kind of retreat where they give birth, like this fancy place. She seemed different. It seemed like she was Severenced." And then she wondered, do people get Severenced like because they don't want to experience child labor? Like, what happened to her? Like, do other people get Severenced for like a big exam or something else? Like, it's just, how far does this go? How far does Lumen Industries and the severance procedure go? Because it's very it's very weird and interesting because Mark lives in an estate that's like Lumen Industries provide him a house, and you never get to see anyone else, only him and Patricia Arquette's character. So it's messed up, and I can't wait to see how this season ends. It will probably get a season 2.
Yep.
But it can't just end on a cliffhanger and not give us any resolutions to any of the any of these storylines. It has to give us something to say, wow, that's what was going on. That's messed up. I have to come back to season 2 and see what else is going on.
Absolutely. I think that's the perfect way to end shows like this, or any kind of show, I think the best way to go about a cliffhanger ending, or ending a season 1, is to resolve whatever was going on in season 1 and then set up season 2. Don't just end in a cliffhanger and make the viewers suffer for watching your own show. So I feel like a conclusion is necessary, at least half of a conclusion or whatever we were seeing for the entire season. So yeah, I just hope the season finale is good because the show has been amazing.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Now, I won't ask you if if this procedure is a reality in the future, would people opt for it? I wouldn't ask that because I know that they will, but let me ask you, do you think that one day we could create something like this and this would actually exist and get implemented by some companies as an experiment?
In a way, I think we already do, and especially with the metaverse coming with Facebook, because you have your personal lives and you have different people you're friends with and you act differently around them, and then you have your internet persona where you act differently with other friends. And I don't know if the feelings overlap to each side. The way you act in real life compared to your social media life, like, are you with the same person? Like do you have the same thoughts if you were going to do something rather than type something? In a way, we already do, but in terms of this exact procedure, I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, people do suffer from depression. People do want to get away from stuff. People.
Yeah, that's why I didn't ask you that question, because I know 100% people will definitely opt for it.
Yeah, and people can't face reality at times.
Yeah.
They'd rather talk about something, they'd rather think about something, they'd rather type about something than actually do it. So maybe there is a way for them to do it where they wouldn't have to actually go ahead with it. And that's the procedure. But they say, I've done it, but you haven't done it. Your split personality has done it. So
Yeah.
so a variation of this, something like this, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think in a way, it already happens. We already do it.
Yeah. And that's actually very well put. I think it can only evolve from here and turn into the extreme scenario of that, which is shown in Severance. So in Severance,